Hey, friends, I hope you had a good week. And I wanted to talk to you a little bit about email. Not really, but I want to start there. The first email was sent on October 29th, 1969. And yesterday, 347 billion emails hit our inboxes in one day. 2.5 billion active email addresses. So that means more than 100 emails per account per day. I love this quote. It's not simply that you never got through your email. It's that the process of getting through your email actually generates more email. End quote. This is from David Berkman's book, 4,000 Weeks, A Mortal's Guide to Time Management. While a list of books I like to read is more than I'll get to in this lifetime, I'm making it a point to revisit the ones that matter. But 4,000 Weeks is one such book. I don't want to say it's a life-changing book, but that's probably only because of my stubbornness and no small amount of ego. It has changed my life. It helped me sharpen the pencil that I'm going to use to sketch what's left. And his pages served as a reminder of what's important and, honestly, a curb to the misdirected parts of my ambition. I found his straightforwardness refreshing. After all, he makes points like this, quote, in the long run, we're all dead. He goes on and he describes it and he said, hey, assuming that you live to 80, you're going to have about 4,000 weeks. That's not a lot. The other night at dinner, the boys and us were all going around the table and we asked, what superpower do we want? And one of them said, I want to live forever. I reflected on that later and I thought about how would my life change if I knew there was no air, if I had an unlimited amount of time to do what I wanted, when I made different choices. I think that's actually really hard to wrap your head around, the idea of living forever. I mean, take a moment, think about it. You stop aging, exist forever. Time becomes inexhaustible. And so this inexhaustible, this infinite resource has no value. And it means you probably say yes to most things because you know you have time to get to it. And this is the crux of Berkman's point. You have 4,000 weeks on this little blue ball. And if you're like me, maybe you only have 2,000 left. Now be honest with yourself. Do you make choices as if you're immortal or mortal? My answer is, I make choices like I'm going to live forever and I can do it all. And what's amazing, I know what it feels like to look death in the eye. I still say yes and yes and yes. I'm making choices like prioritizing inbox zero or clearing the decks instead of facing the reality of my limited time and focusing on what matters. Part of it is I've long subscribed to the idea is that I can do it all. With enough hustle, I can get it done. The truth is, this has the opposite effect. The more I think I can do, the more I try to do, which leads to a full calendar and little room to do the highest priorities, either at work or at home. Berkman talks about this exact point, and he says, quote, productivity is a trap. Becoming more efficient just makes you more rushed. Trying to clear the decks simply makes them fill up faster, end quote. At work, I say yes. At home, I say yes. And then unfairly, to all participating parties, I react negatively when there's no space. Their fault. I'm saying yes, thinking I can do it all, and it's not possible. I have to set boundaries. Berkman leans into this exact point. He calls it the paradox of limitation. Quote, the more you try to manage your time with the goal of achieving a feeling of total control and a freedom from the inevitable constraints of being human, the more stressful and empty and frustrating life gets. He goes on, and he says, we've been granted the mental capacity to make almost infinitely ambitious plans, yet practically no time to put them all into action, end quote. Why do I pack my calendar full and wrestle with my inbox incessantly? With ego, an unhealthy belief that I can do it all, I have something to prove, a desire not to let people down. Yes, all of that. The truth is, you won't be able to do everything. You won't get to all of those TikTokagrammable places, try as you may. You may get to inbox zero, but it's just going to fill back up. You have to embrace your mortality. And if you do, does that change the choices you make? For me, it does. I'm not suggesting we spend our days avoiding work. Rather, don't let distraction or ego deprioritize what matters, whether that's at work, in the community, or at home. There will always be more to do, and there won't always be more time. Intellectually, we know we need to prioritize, say no, and set boundaries. The struggle is normalizing no. Can we give others the space to say no without feeling shame or guilt? Their capacities are limited, their priorities are unique, and their struggles are real. Let's turn this on its head and help each other say no. We're in this together. You think we can give each other that grace? This is just a thought this week. You can find my full highlights for 4,000 weeks here. And I hope you're good. Take care out there. Bye.